So today we're going to have a look at how we can make tassels, pom-pom style tassels to go on this scarf. So the first thing that we need to do is get out our tools. So I'm going to use this tassel maker. You can also use a piece of card that you've cut to the length you want with a couple of slits in the side, and you'll want some scissors. I'm using 3 strands of yarn held together because I want to incorporate all the colours that are in the scarf. So we start by attaching our yarn or hooking our yarn around the left hand join of the tassel maker, and then we're just going to wrap it around the length of the tassel maker as many times as you like to create the fullness that you want in your pom-pom tassel. So if you're going to be making more than one, make a note of how many times you've wrapped it around so that when you come to do the following ones you can make sure they all tie in together. So we just go around and then we're just going to hook that yarn back into the right hand join of the tassel maker, or if you're using cardboard you'll pop it in that slit. So we are then going to take a short strand of yarn, maybe about 20 centimetres, 15-20 centimetres long, and we are going to pass that down through the right hand side, making sure we catch that right hand yarn, and back up on the left side, catching that left strand of yarn that's hooked in. And we're just going to tie a double knot nice and tightly around the middle of these strands, just like this. Quicker than this maybe. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to take our scissors and we are just going to pop them in the groove. First thing we're going to do is cut this yarn, and then we will pop our scissors in that groove along the top there and just snip along those strands, and again at the bottom. Now if you're using a piece of card, you just cut underneath these strands. You just don't have the groove, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so we can take it off the tassel maker, and you're going to want to hold on to those nice long strands that you used to tie it off. Cut off any long strands that you don't need. We then want another strand of yarn that we're going to use to wrap around the top 1 or 2 centimetres of this tassel, and I've just used a piece that's about 30 centimetres long again. So again we're going to tie a double knot around, make sure you've caught the top of this tassel, and again just make this double knot nice and securely. You could probably get away with a shorter strand of yarn, to be honest. I am known for overkill. Okay, so once that's nice and tight, you see the basic tassel shape. So just take out any of those long strands that you don't need. Again, snip them off with your scissors. And ordinarily with a tassel you'd go straight across, but we're not going to do that because we want it to look more pom-pom shaped. We're just going to snip to get a kind of rounded bottom to this tassel. So just keep snipping away until you've got the shape that you're happy with, just taking off small bits at a time. Okay. See, that is a completed tassel. I'll just bring the scarf back in now, and I have actually made 3 of these already, so I can just lay them out where I want them to go. So because I've got multicolours in this scarf, I've matched up the yarn that I'm going to stitch these on with. So that's the yarn that we wrapped around the middle of the tassel maker, around the tassels, the strands of yarn earlier, so that I've got 2 that will match the bottom of the scarf and 2 that will match the top. And all we're going to do is just thread a needle with one of those strands, take it through the scarf, again tie a double knot. I do like my double knots. That is when I find the strand. Okay, and that will just securely fasten it to the bottom of your scarf. And then you're going to want to weave those ends into your scarf. Then just, back and forth a couple of times, and then you can cut the ends, and there you have it. Do that for all 4 and you can have a nice pom-pom tassel scarf. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.